Morning, folks. So, after finding this Herter's catalog the other day, I got looking into it a little bit more. But the old Herter's catalog store, it says here that I had always heard that it caught on fire. It says no, it didn't catch on fire. They went bankrupt in 1981 due to changing retail markets. They sold out the Cabela's. But it says, let's see. Herter's went bankrupt in 1981, the victim of several factors, including the prohibition of mail-order sales of firearms in 1968 and lawsuits by the Audubon Society for selling feathers of various bird species, in particular jungle cock, imported from India. But, let's see, the brand was sold to Cabela's in 1977, and while some products continued, the original era ended, leaving a strong nostalgic following for its legendary catalogs. So that was interesting. Like I said, I had always heard that it caught on fire, but I guess not. So this stuff, I didn't get very far. Didn't get any shelves built. I'm still kind of trying to go through stuff and sort it out, and got more junk over here on the table I got to figure out a spot for. But anyway, I got a couple of lights up. These are kind of neat. They look like old kerosene lanterns, but they're not. They're electric, but they fit in here pretty good. They look good. This was one of those you put one of them little, they call tea candle in, but I put a light bulb in that one. This one here, it's another one that it looks like a kerosene lantern, but it's not one. I haven't got very far. Once again today, I went down and fed the burro and the cow, and Cindy wanted to run into town, so we did that and did a few other things. But I'm gaining on this stuff, but it's awful slow going. I keep coming across some neat stuff, though. Back in the 80s, about 88, 89, I worked in a pretty good size slaughterhouse, and this was a Highland cattle horn, set of them, that came into the slaughterhouse. I'd carved this on here a long time back. I'll get the light right so you can see it here. There we go. I carved this on here, like I said, back in the 80s. I guess one of these days I should go ahead and mount these up together and put them someplace. They're pretty neat. A friend of ours just gave us this one. She said it was a longhorn, but looking at the base of the horns, that long shaggy hair, I believe that's probably also a Scottish Highland. Doesn't matter, they got long horns and they're neat looking anyway. Kind of a lazy day trying to just get stuff done. But somebody asked me about this sled that I use for my firewood. I'll show you that real quick, how I rigged that up. Though it's one of them, what they call jet sled. They're molded plastic, really durable. They're good sleds. So what I did with this, I took just the standard plastic sled, and I bolted on with some carriage bolts some runners made out of old snow skis I got from the second-hand store for next to nothing. And then on the inside of here, let's see, inside of here I put some big fender washers and an eye bolt, a piece of plastic pipe, and some all thread through the plastic pipe to make a better handle. This is just conduit. This is just conduit that I bent around as a drag handle. When I was using it for trapping with the snowmobile, I put this 1/8 inch cable and a ring on it that goes down to the center just for a little extra strength. I hooked this one to hooked the ring to the snowmobile along with a strap going around this piece here too, so that it can't really come off or break. And these things drag really easy. I've got several of those sleds. This one here, kind of buried back in here, but it's kind of the same deal. I put ski runners underneath it. This is a better tongue to attach to the snowmobile or to my little snow dog. But what I did with this one is I took two of them and put one on top of the other, and I hinged it on the other side. And so it's a lid, keep the snow out, keep things from falling out. And then if I want to, this is a pin here. Just pull this out and it opens up. But if I want to, I can leave that open and have twice the room too. That lid would double as a second sled if I want to. So they're really practical, and they're not a lot of money. I think they paid $35 for them or something each, maybe a little bit more than that. But they weren't bad. Mine are what they call a jet sled, but they make some called an otter sled too, and I think those ones might even be a little heavier plastic. That, anyhow, somebody asked about that, so there you go. And then also in this box, a set of buffalo horns. That one, somebody has sawed the tip of it off, probably going to make a powder horn out of it. That's kind of a shame, but they're still pretty neat. Old whiskey bottle. Like I said, some of this stuff, it's kind of almost almost like Christmas time or something, because I haven't seen it for so dang long that I forgot I even had it.